All right, there he is, the three-time NCAA champion, Spencer Lee. We just watched Nick Suriano. Spencer Lee now on the mat in the blue, if you couldn't tell, wearing the Rudis shoes for the first time in his pro career now. He gets quick takedown. Now he's got a leg lace. Caleb Smith, his opponent, formerly of App State. Suriano goes for the turn, and Caleb Smith fights off his back, but then he steps out. Big snap, Spencer Lee relentless. I mean, he's been battling injuries for a while now. There's always a question of how healthy he is. He looks good now. Tough to tell that he had all sorts of knee surgeries and whatnot. Another 5-0 on Caleb Smith. Starter for App State, two-time national qualifier, went in the portal and recently announced he's transferred to Nebraska for next season. So a future Husker here. Portal's been very busy this offseason. That's college, though. We are in freestyle season now. And we have a contact out on Smith. Spencer Lee patiently waiting an opportunity to get back to business. Terry Brand's in his corner. And back to action. It's the longest Spencer's been on the mat so far today, but that's a very low bar. It just means he's wrestled for over a minute. 90 seconds left in the first period. Sweep single. Spencer comes around. Smith, good job fighting that off. But Spencer, too strong here. He'll come around behind for two more. Lead 7-0. Head in the hole looking for a leg lace. He's got his head pinched still, but came close to getting the turn. Smith, good job not going over. So stays alive for the time being. 65 seconds to go in the period. Spencer made big news signing a 5-year contract with the Hawkeye Wrestling Club. Essentially saying he's committed to going 2 Olympic cycles, wants to make the Paris Olympics in 24, and then keep wrestling for another quad and try to wrestle his home country. As Spencer gets a body lock. Caleb Smith goes for broke. Spencer Lee slams him to the mat. Get 4 offered, 4 confirmed. And there's the challenge brick. Challenge cube. Oh, I get it. It's dice because we're in Vegas. So not over yet. We're going to look at it. The referees will look at it there in the command center. There they are. There's the hard-working refs. They got to see. It's basically whether it was a 2-point or a 4-point. Oh, no, it was. Saw the table judge say 2, so 9 is on the board now. So I'm not sure why they would challenge now. Maybe they want to slip. There's no point in Spencer in Lee's corner challenging. So 9's on the board. We'll go to the break, which will be the first time for Spencer. At least today. He's obviously had matches that go the distance before. Mark Manning, I believe, in the corner for Caleb Smith. The Nebraska head coach, longtime head coach, did amazing things with that program. And the brick comes back, and it stays 9-0. But now we skipped the 30-second period. We got to fix the clock. So they gave the brick back. No nothing. And we go. Oh yeah, that wasn't the break. Still 30 seconds. I was thinking there was 30 seconds, and then they were going to go. That would be the break. It's normally how the time works, but forget about it. 15 seconds of actual wrestling to go. Spencer down on his single leg, so good at getting past those head hands. He's got 5 seconds to finish and end the match. Smith fights him off. And now we officially get the 30-second break. Yeah, that's Mark Manning. No towel for Caleb Smith on the other side there. Yeah, that was Spencer before. No towel for him either. It's a sweatshirt for Caleb Smith. T-shirt over there for Spencer. Terry Brands loosening him up. Most of the folks that stay at the South Point here, though, in the hotel part of the resort, you just grab a towel from your room. Now you're ready to go. In any event, now we got 3 full minutes back on the board, counting down. Spencer 1 point away from another tech. Some would call Lee a technical fall dispenser, as he hands out so many of them. That's a terrible pun. But I hope you appreciate it anyway. Hand fighting, wrestling from neutral, check and distance. Lee posts on the head. Shot from Caleb Smith. He hasn't really put Lee in any danger yet. Level change for Smith. Lee dives in, but they wrestle back to collar ties, ear to ear, center of the mat. 2 minutes remaining in this quarterfinal bout here at the 2023 U.S. Open, potentially the biggest and best U.S. Open in recent memory. So far, I give it high marks. A lot of wrestling to go. Shot in from Smith. Spencer stops him. Minute 45 on the clock. Now Smith taking a little ground. Lee controlling the tie, but Smith taking more ground than Spencer's given up so far this match. Lee does a good job pressuring back in. Lee definitely on the defensive, but Smith really hasn't been able to get in deep on a shot. Now Lee circles his butt back to the center. Now back to the left. Less than a minute to go. Warning for fingers and the hands to the face. They get lined up for another restart. 50 seconds remaining. Still a 9-point lead. He just needs 1. But perhaps wanted to get a full blowout, full match in. But credit to Smith now for keeping the pressure on as he walks him out of bounds with the underhook. 1 and fleeing is confirmed, so a caution and 1 to go with that 1-point step out. Smith shoots right off the whistle. I think we got, yep, there's the caution and 1. And a whistle. Not sure what the stoppage is for. Now 20 seconds. Lee loses the shutout. Still a long way to go before he has to worry about the match, but anything can happen. We've seen dramatic finishes before. And Smith limp arms. Yeah, you can't really just let someone go. They have to be brought up from neutral. And with the other takedown, it's a regular decision. 9-4, Spencer Lee goes the distance, gets all of his points in the first period. And he wins 9-4 to advance to the semis. Lee doesn't look very pleased with his performance. But when you